Hello dears, in the previous session we discussed two typical cases of poverty, and from that two typical cases we discussed the different dimensions of poverty, and that case shows that poverty means hunger, lack of shelter. It is also a situation in which parents are not able to send their children to school, or a situation where sick people cannot afford treatment. In the rural case, you know that we discussed that this Laga's parent, father, a TB patient, he passed away 2 years ago due to lack of medication. See that the mother also suffers the same disease, and life is slowly ebbing away. That we discussed in the previous session, because these parents, they suffered a lot because there is no money. That is why this Laka Singh's father died without getting proper treatment. So here poverty, it is also a situation in which the parents are not able to send their children to school, or a situation where sick people cannot afford treatment. Poverty also means lack of clean water and sanitation facilities. It also means lack of a regular job at a minimum decent level. In the previous story, we discussed their wages. That's not enough to maintain their family. So all these things, that means they are living with a sense of helplessness. Poor people, they are in a situation in which they are ill-treated to almost every places. In farms, in factories, government offices, hospitals, railway stations, etc. Clearly, nobody would like to live in poverty. Are you like to live under poverty? No, nobody would like to live in poverty. So, one of the biggest challenges of independent India has been to bring millions of its people out of abject poverty. So, what is the main challenges India faced after independence? After independence, the thing is that poverty. So the major challenge India faced after independence, that was bring out its people from poverty. So Mahatma Gandhi always insisted that India would be truly independent only when the poorest of its people become free of human suffering. So you underline these important points. What is the point? Mahatma Gandhi's idea? India would be truly independent only when the poorest of its people become free of human suffering. So, what do you mean by poverty? Means lack of shelter, and there is no proper sanitation facilities, no drinking water facilities, and no proper shelter. So no clothing facilities, there is not enough nutritious rich food to eat. So all these things we can call as poverty. So here next topic we can discuss poverty as seen by social scientists. You know that poverty has different phases. Social scientists look at it through a variety of indicators. Social scientists, they look this poverty in a variety of indicators. Usually, the indicators used are related to the levels of income and consumption. So, mainly we are saying that the levels of income and the use or consumption. But now poverty is looked through other social indicators like literacy level, lack of general resistance due to malnutrition, lack of access to health care, lack of job opportunities, lack of access to safe drinking water, sanitation, etc. So the other social indicators of poverty, What are the other indicators, social indicators of poverty? Literacy, illiteracy level. Like illiteracy level, lack of general resistance due to malnutrition, lack of access to health care, lack of job opportunities, lack of access to safe drinking water and sanitation, etc. So, analysis of poverty based on social exclusion and vulnerability, next we can discuss. People, on the basis of this, which one, the poverty, some are socially excluded and some are vulnerable to poverty. Vulnerable means they will easily affect the poverty. So that we can discuss what is social exclusion. So in this concept, poverty must be seen in terms of the poor having to live only in a poor surroundings with other poor people. So living poor having to live only in a poor surrounding with the other poor people. And when you look your surroundings also, you can see that sometimes the poor people, they concentrated in a particular area, and the rich or well-off sections of the society, they concentrated in another particular area with high class facilities. That we can see. And these socially excluded, or these poor people excluded from enjoying social equality of better of people in better surroundings. So these poor people, they live only in a poor surroundings with other poor people, means they excluded, they are avoided from enjoying social equality of better of people in better surroundings. Social exclusion can be both a cause as well as a consequence of poverty in the usual sense. In a common sense, when we discuss the social exclusion, it becomes a cause and also a consequence of poverty. Broadly, it's a process through which individuals or groups are excluded from facilities, benefits and opportunities that others enjoy. So dears, you underline this. What is social exclusion? It is a process through which individuals or groups are excluded from facilities, benefits and other opportunities that others enjoy. This you underline what is the meaning of social exclusion. A typical example is the working of the caste system in India, in which people belonging to certain caste are excluded from equal opportunities. You know that once India, there were high caste system existed. At that time, certain sections of the society, they were excluded from enjoying certain opportunities or certain facilities. Why? Because they belonged in the lower caste. So that means they were socially excluded. Social exclusion thus may lead to, but can cause more damage than having a very low income. So here you can see that in the name of caste, they were excluded from enjoying certain rights. This cause more damage than having a very low income. Really, they were poor with low income. At the same time, they were excluded in the name of caste also. So here, it causes more damage than having a very low income. So what is social exclusion? That means individuals or groups are excluded from, they were avoided from some facilities, benefits and opportunities that others enjoy. So I think you clear this what is social exclusion. Socially they were avoided from enjoying certain rights. Here we can stop this. So you go through these points and important points you have to underline. So thank you. Have a nice day.